Well, landscape artistry meets the traditional kind this weekend when Wacca Pilatka Landscaping and Garden Center unveils a new mural by Jacksonville artist Sean Thurston. Here to tell us about it is Wacca Pilatka's founder and owner, Nick Freeman. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, I'm going to ask you about Sunday's event, but first of all, just tell us a little bit about how you got into this business and why.
So, kind of a roundabout story. So, I grew up landscaping with my father. He had a company. I kind of went a different direction. I went into the medical field and did that for a few years, working as a physician assistant. Then, during COVID, had a calling to get back into landscaping, fell in love with native plants, and Waka Flocka was born out of that.
Was your father's landscaping a more traditional business?
It was, yeah, like traditional, like mow and blow lawn company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so what made you interested in a more sustainable and sort of Florida-friendly landscaping, approach?
I think it was the rapid change that Jacksonville and Florida was going through the development and loss of like these natural areas. Kind of had a calling to kind of wake everyone up to that, and so everyone could do their part to save Florida 1 yard at a time.
And so there is obviously a way that you can begin a yard with a more, sustainable approach, plants that are native from here,
Hmm.
things that don't require watering outside of rainfall and kind of building your yard that way. But there's a lot of people that take over yards that have existed for a long time
Yep.
that may have your traditional, turf, St. Augustine grass, and, more traditional plants. If somebody has a yard like that, is there value in trying to keep some of that in place instead of starting over wholesale if their plants are already established and
Yeah.
instead of just kind of ripping out and starting over?
Yeah, I think so. I always encourage people to start small too. Instead of diving in and, tearing out all of your grass or replacing the entire landscape, just you can start with simply just replacing non-native hedge with a native hedge, or having an area of your yard where you can dedicate to wildlife, where it may be a little bit more wild, a little bit more untamed, where you incorporate some wildflowers or just plant some native plants in that section.
And you were actually part of a PBS show called Flip My Florida Lawn.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, we were.
Tell us
Like
about,
two
I mean,
seasons.
yeah, that's a kind of, I guess, goes to show how common, how popular this idea is of trying to transform the traditional Florida lawn, which, this sort of
Yeah.
manicured and very regimented, orderly to something different and wilder.
Yeah, yeah, the show was great. We did that for 2 seasons. This last season, we were actually kind of the host of the show, so guiding the homeowners to actually take the steps to do it themselves. So educating them during the process of what we were doing and how we're doing it and getting them involved.
All right. So for people who are watching our live stream, we're showing some video that was on your site about the creation of this mural by Jacksonville artist Sean Thurston. And I mean, for people who don't know the name, many people do. His work appears all around downtown. He's been featured at Mocha and Mosh and the Comer
Mhm.
and Art Basel. So he's a known commodity. How did you get him involved in doing a mural um, for your business?
So we had a little bit of an inside connection through Crystal Floyd, who's our operations manager. Sean is her partner. Um, so we approached Sean, kind of had a vision for what we wanted to kind of like speak the name of the company, kind of tell the story of what our name is and what we stand for. So that's what the mural represents.
And tell
So,
us about what your name means because not everybody knows.
Waka Pilatka is essentially the indigenous term for Cowford. Before Jacksonville, this area was referred to as Cowford. So where the cows cross.
Yeah. Where they cross the river
Yep.
in sort of a narrow spot. And so you are going to be having this event on Sunday from 9 to 3. You're calling it a maker's market. Can you tell us what people might expect and why you decided to hold it in the first place?
Yeah, so it's kind of a community event. So just to bring people together, surrounded by native plants, we're going to have various vendors out there, some food trucks, people offering bread, all different types of stuff. We're going to have some educational courses too, doing some demonstrations on how to create a native garden, educating folks on the benefits of native plants, and of course the mural too.
Yeah. And then you're also going to be selling some handmade stuff as well, just by local artists and, things like local honey. I mean, so it is a little
Yeah,
bit of a mix between a farmer's market and an arts market.
exactly. Essentially, a farmer's market, yeah, plus with some the artistic side of things too. We have like 4 or 5 artists out there.
Yeah, and so you'll unveil the mural. I understand there's also some free coffee that's gonna be provided there, so that's always a
Yep,
good
free
thing.
free coffee from Bold Bean Coffee. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, it is the Mural Celebration and Fall Makers Market at Wacca Pilatka. It is October 12th from 9 to 3. People are looking for information. Where would they go?
you could visit our social media page on Instagram, just under Wacca Pilatka, or visit our website at waccapilatka.com. We'll
All
have some
right.
information posted there.
Well, Nick Freeman, it's so nice to meet you. Thanks for
It's so
coming
nice
on
to meet
today.
you. Thank you.